for a vehicle having a fictitious plate bearing the word traveler on it. The defendant refused to provide.
I'm just asking you to follow the law. That's it.
All right, guys, today we've got a sovereign citizen facing off with Judge Fair. And honestly, this one is a total roller coaster. This guy here decided that normal license plates were apparently too ordinary, so he put a homemade one on instead. Reality check. Driving is a privilege, not a right. And the Supreme Court has ruled on this so many times that it's not even open for debate anymore. But somehow Judge Flair seemed way too lenient with him in this situation. Let me know what you all think, but yeah, he really looked like he was defending this sovereign citizen, and I really don't think that's a good idea. Anyway, let's jump in and watch this ridiculous sovereign citizen.
You say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
Officers initiated a traffic stop in Harris County, Texas for a vehicle having a fictitious plate bearing the word traveler on it. During the stop, the defendant refused to provide identification or insurance information, stating, "I do not consent to any of this." Officers attempted to remove the defendant from the vehicle, and the defendant actively resisted until he was detained.
That's very conclusory. Actively, what did you say?
Actively resisted.
Okay, I need more than that. Give me more, Alice.
So I reviewed the body cam this morning from the officer who initiated the traffic stop. The defendant.
No. You can't do that. No. It has to be in the report. In the DIMS, he has to say more than just a conclusory statement about what happened.
In the DIMS, it states that the officer attempted to pull the defendant out of the vehicle with him actively resisting and pulling away from the officer and other deputies. And the defendant continued by turtling his arms as they got him to the ground.
All right. Better. But yes, you telling me that he actively, it's a conclusory statement and we need more, right? It's like saying, okay, he was speeding. Really? How fast?
Yes, Judge.
So that's why conclusory statements don't fly, but that's enough. Okay, Mr. Daly.
Sir.
I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you have a Texas driver license? Can you run his license, please, guys?
He's eligible to drive.
Okay. Do you have liability insurance in your name?
That's right.
And you can't drive. Once you get insurance, I will happily allow you to drive. It's all I'm doing is trying to protect the public and trying to protect you in the event that you get into an accident. They don't care whether you're traveling, whether you're whatever, however you want to term it. If you get into an accident and you do some catastrophic damage, they're going to come after you. They're going to sue you, try to take you for everything you got. And that's why for $50 a month, you pay for someone to represent you in the event that you do get an accident. And depending on how much you pay, you're covered $50,000, $150,000. So all I'm asking you to do is follow the law. I'm not going to put any other condition.
Judge Flair, you're asking a sovereign citizen to follow the law. Are you serious? That's basically like asking a cat to file taxes. It's just not going to happen. I mean, I don't know how often Judge Fleeser deals with people like this, but by now he has to realize that being polite isn't magically going to make them respect the law. This guy isn't only using a fake traveler license plate. He's also missing court, resisting arrest, and pretty much acting like laws are just optional suggestions. At some point, a judge has to put their foot down. I mean, if you don't enforce the law, what's stopping the next person from showing up with a crayon-drawn passport and declaring himself the king of his own car? I just think Judge Flasher is being way too lenient here. I might be a bit harsh, but honestly, you kind of have to be when dealing with people like this. Let me know what you all think. Let's dive back in.
I don't know. All I want you to do is get insurance. So if you can do that, I'll allow you to drive. So the only condition now is just don't drive until you get insurance. Once you get insurance, show it to me. I'll take your no driving restriction off and then do whatever you want. You need a lawyer to represent you there. So what are you doing these days?
Right now?
Do you work? No? Okay, why not? What were you doing?
Truck driver.
That's a great job. Don't you make a ton of money truck driving? Why would you quit? You make it.
Making money from my check.
Oh, I see. Child support?
No.
What?
They said they overpaid me. And they never, they was taking $170 out of my check for no reason. They never gave me anything to sign.
Isn't there a place that you can go to dispute that?
I have no clue. You tell me. tell me.
HR. You know, go to HR, go, hey man, this is why my check should be what it is. You know, if they rightfully underpaid you, then they should, you know, give you what you rightfully are owed. If they did overpay you, that's like equally not fair though, right? So what's good for the goose, good for the gander, you know. So if you quit just in spite,
I was really I had 2 weeks notice in. I was gonna quit before because I was going to another
so
job.
you need someone to represent you, right? We'll give you time for you to get a lawyer. We'll give you a month, but when you come back, you need a lawyer to represent you. Okay. So Mr. Daly, now I'm going to have you just sign this promise to us that you're not going to drive until you get liability insurance. So get it, bring it back to me, show me that you have insurance with your name on it, and then I'll take this off.
I get it today.
You come back to me today. If you to get it within the next hour and a half, show it to me. I'll take it off now. We get plenty of people that I put this restriction off, and then within the next hour and a half, they call some insurance company. They're able to get the policy. We are able to verify it, and then I take the restriction off. I'm just asking you to follow the law. That's it. Not anything crazy.
Judge, does that state bond conditions?
No, I'm just gonna have him sign this affidavit here. That's it. Okay, I will have you sign this, promise to us. We'll have you sign a reset with Victoria, and then we'll let you out, and then you're good to go. Just whenever you're ready to come back, come back. Good luck, Mr. Daly.
This guy is definitely smiling and giving a thumbs up because he knows he just got away with acting like an idiot. It really makes the courts look bad when these sovereign citizens are let off with nothing more than a slap on the wrist. They're basically saying F you to the law. But hang on, because we've got one more hearing for you all, and this sovereign citizen is somehow even more clueless than the last one. He's got his sovereign citizen script memorized perfectly, and Judge Perkins is not letting that slide. So let's jump right in and see how this one unfolds.
Do I not have the right to travel? I have dominion over this land, right? Fucking double.
Say that again, Mr. Little. What comment did you make? Speak up now. Say it. Speak up.
I'm talking to another person on the phone.
Case number SP 1513015, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 151302991. Appearance for the please.
Yes,
Sherica Harris on behalf of Mr. Little. For purposes of arraignment, my client stands mute.
No, I don't.
You don't?
No, sir. I've got a payment plan derived from your department.
Turn your camera on, please, sir, first of all.
Okay. I just hit it.
Do you want representation by this very good lawyer, or you're not?
Well, she works for the state, doesn't she not?
All right, go ahead. What do you got going on, Mr. Little? What do you want to tell me?
What I'm saying is I got on a payment plan to pay these tickets. I got the payment thing right here in my hand.
Okay, you can pay him. You still got to do this no ops.
What's the no ops?
Without a valid license.
Say that again.
Operating a motor vehicle without a valid license.
Do I not have the right to travel? I have dominion over this land, right?
I knew that. I could anticipate that argument. All right. So that's not gonna. How do you want to proceed? Because I'm not buying that.
I would like to honor this contract.
I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that.
What you mean you're not buying it? It's your contract. It's your contract.
It's not my contract.
I know I'm being a bit harsh in this video, but I just feel like we need more judges to start taking control of the courtroom again. No hate toward the judges featured here, but they really should try to manage the court a little more and keep everything on track. I mean, we're literally dealing with sovereign citizens, and these people think they can just make up whatever rules they want. The courtroom is supposed to be a place where the law actually matters. So I think they need to start shutting down those arguments a bit more and keep things moving on schedule. And don't even get me started on these Zoom court hearings. Honestly, they're terrible for handling cases like this. They just make everything more confusing and, in my opinion, encourage these guys to run wild. I'm not saying Zoom courts are bad overall, but when it comes to dealing with sovereign citizens, we really need them in person. I feel like that would definitely slow down their antics a bit. But let me know what you all think. Let's go ahead and dive back in.
You want to work the deal out, take failure to display, $240, plead
They,
guilty.
they got me paying 400. They got me paying $445. That's what they got me paying.
Well, you don't want any help on that, so you want to come with the I have the contract argument, and
no, what I'm saying is this, Your Honor, not to disrupt you. I got on a payment plan because of the tickets. Y'all sent me tickets to my house, right? Okay. They put me on a payment plan to pay the tickets off right here. This is what I have in my hand. It's a schedule stating to pay the tickets off. That's why we're here today, for the tickets, right?
yes.
Or is it something else? Are y'all trying to get my bonds? Is my bonds here?
So here's the deal, sir. You have 3 civil infractions of improper plate, expired plate, and no insurance, and you have 1 misdemeanor, and that's a no ops. So the misdemeanor is punishable by 93 days in jail, and that's the maximum possible penalty is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. This is for purposes of arraignment for Mr. Little. And
Is that
let me finish. I'll let you finish. Let me finish.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. And you have you can pay a civil infraction anytime you want to. That when you pay it, that is admitting responsibility by making that payment.
I've already made a payment.
There, you're not letting me finish.
Yes, sir.
The misdemeanors are not something that you can pay. Those need to be adjudicated first. So that's why you had to come to court on those tickets. I see that you entered into a payment plan with those civil infractions. So we're going to strike SP 1513015 counts 1, 2, and 3 from the record, and we'll just proceed with SP 1513029-1. How do you want to proceed? How do you want to proceed on the operating without a license, a vehicle without a license?
I don't believe I have the authority to travel as I need to travel.
All right, I'm denying that. I'm gonna consider that as a motion, and I'm denying that. Okay.
It's no motion. It's a fact. It's a fact.
Well, that's what you argue that. You appeal my decision then, and you go to a further court and argue that. You take all that to the Supreme Court and see what they say. I don't care.
Why would I have to do that, Your Honor? If you honor your code of honor.
That's why.
This guy really thinks the judge's opinion doesn't matter. Like, yeah, it totally doesn't matter that you went to law school for, 7 years and know the law inside and out. Nah, this guy has it all figured out. He believes he doesn't need a driver's license. And to him, that's just a fact. The level of confidence he has is honestly unbelievable. He's acting like he just dropped the ultimate truth bomb. But in reality, he's just ignoring clear legal facts. Like, bro, the law has been pretty clear on this. Driving without a license is illegal. I can't even believe I have to say that in 2025, but with people like this around, you kind of have to remind everyone. I honestly don't know where this guy gets his confidence from, but wherever it is, I like to know so I can learn a bit myself. But let's dive back in.
All right, so how do you want to proceed? Do you want to plead guilty today, or do you want me to set a trial date?
Adam, I'm not an man.
You're breaking up, sir.
I say animals plead by high like that. I don't plead.
All right, so I'm going to set a trial date. You want a jury trial, Or do you want to judge by a trial by a jury, or you want me to hear the case?
If I could not get a fair case regardless, Your Honor, because you're an agent of the state, and as if I get a jury, that the jury will be an agent of the state because once they register to vote, they become an agent of the state. So how can I get a fair trial in that, Your Honor?
I don't know, but we got to move this case along. Let's get a jury trial date.
Yeah,
I'm not going to spend any more time. There's a lot of people here that want to get their case heard.
Yes, sir. Can I ask you what jurisdiction do you have over me?
Can I?
Go ahead, Ms. Harris. He doesn't want your representation. You're an agent of the state too.
I'll accept that. I was just going to ask the court if the court would consider dismissal based on the fact that he did pay other civil infractions and admit.
He hasn't paid anything yet. He only
yes,
paid.
I have. Yes, I have. I have paid.
He paid $20. He paid $20. He paid $20.
That's a part of my agreement. That was a part of my agreement, Your Honor. Not $40, not $60. It was $20. $20 each payment. That's what I did. I didn't give him more than what I agreed to. I gave him what I verbalized and I agreed to, sir.
Very good. Very good.
Fucking double.
Say that again, Mr. Little.
Say that again, what?
What comment did you make?
I'm not sure what you want you speaking about.
Speak up now. Say it. Speak up.
I'm not sure which one you're talking about.
Talking under your breath.
I'm talking to another person on the phone. Another phone.
So your next court date, your jury trial date is going to be May 7th. And then we'll set a final pre-trial date for the week before that, March the 30th. All right.
Wow. There's just no way this guy wins that jury trial. I don't know if he caught what the sovereign citizen muttered under his breath, but it sounded like he called the judge a pretty bad name. I couldn't make it out exactly, so let me know if you guys have any ideas. But honestly, this is exactly what I'm talking about. The courtroom just feels like a mess. I mean, this guy can say whatever he wants, disrespect the judge, and then walk away like it's no big deal. It's almost like these sovereign citizens are immune to consequences, and it's honestly really frustrating to watch. We really need judges to start putting their foot down with people who keep mocking the court and repeating the same behavior over and over again. I understand they have to follow protocol, but at some point you have to show that the law isn't something you can just pick and choose when it suits you. These guys act like they're the exception to everything, and it ends up making a mockery of the entire justice system. If there aren't real consequences, we're just going to keep seeing the same circus play out again and again. But hey, that's just my opinion. I know it might sound harsh to some of you. Let me know whether you agree or disagree. If you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe. I post every single day, so stay tuned for more. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, everybody.